Greetings and welcome back to AI War 2. About 2.5 hours in now, it's time to get going on the Super Terminal. For those of you who haven't seen this before, the basic deal is we trade hacking points, even up for AI progress reduction, with escalating response until you give up or until 20 minutes later. In other words, until you give up, unless you're doing it some extreme type of setup, because you're not going to last that long. It's pretty intense response. So one thing that I do need to do here is set this into stop to shoot mode. Because what will happen is it'll move slightly if I don't do that once this starts and try to attack something, and then I won't be able to get it back in place. So I need to enable stop to shoot to keep it right in the middle of all those best deals. Okay, well, let's do this.
Hacking has commenced.
Okay, we've got a wave coming there. Is that where my fleet is? I did move it there. Okay. Oh, that's good. And of course, it starts small and gradually ramps up. And I want to take a little bit closer look than I have in the past at exactly how, quickly it's going to ramp up and how much AI progress we have at different points. The idea, basically, in general, is to, evacuate once it's no longer worth continuing. You cancel the hack by clicking on this. And we're not going to do that, of course. We're going to continue for now. But there will become a point where it's just too much. So I'm going to wait and see how much benefit do we get from this until the point where they reach 100 strength. Let's just start at a fairly low number like that. You see, at first, we're just knocking them out. And it's a little bit early, but I'm going to pull in an out guard and hope that I can pull in another out guard later in the hack. And of course, I've mentioned this before, but I just want to repeat it. This works much better if you start at lower AI progress and lower, hacking response. You can see that gradually going up. You can see the amount here. We're at the floor, but continuing to bank all of that reduction. And we're now at the point where we're not quite knocking all of it out before the next group spawns. There we go. We got up to about 20 strength. Still nothing compared to what we have. Of course, again, all of the long range out here. The others spread around. We went over that before. But these two battle stations floating around outside, but you're staying put right where you're supposed to be. So all of that is excellent. I'm keeping my flagship back off a little bit. And everything else flowing in here. We really can't do much about making this Vicari help us. It would be nice if we could, but we just have to accept whatever help they give us and do the rest ourselves.
Exogalactic strike force targeting
By that time we got it down to about 5 strength still, so we're still doing well. Okay, down to about 14 up to 35, so that was about a burst of 20 strength. Another burst of about 20 strength. Okay, that burst was about 40 strength. So you can see it does begin to escalate. Okay, we're almost to 100. We'll see it's definitely starting to scale up. Okay, let's hold it there. So at this point, we've gained 33 AI progress. Or gained the reduction. Used 33 hacking to get 33 AI progress. And it got to 100 strength. So let's see about getting to half of what we have. Say 350 to 400. Doing pretty well. Okay, we have another wave coming in there. I want to make sure I'm paying attention to this stuff as well. Let's move our defense fleet, reserve fleet, whatever. Let's move it over that way. And yeah, we're hitching some because of how much game's being asked to do right now.
Exogalactic strike force targeting home planet.
So this is going to have to hop along a bit to get over there. Okay, hold on. We're at 400 over there. So we've still got this fleet moving, but let's see what's going on. So they're continuing to pack in. And at this stage, so to go basically from 100 to 400, we only gained 9 more points. So you can see, you get that bulk at the beginning, but then as it scales up, the value of continuing to do it reduces and reduces. And it's sort of a judgment call. Okay, when do I really want to cut this off? And I think it really doesn't make much sense to not wait till at least, you know, their force is equal to yours. So let's see what goes up from there. It was 400 previously. And that was at 42.
Sensors detect an exogalactic
There we go.
strike
We're
force
in here
heading for
now.
our home planet.
And we're going to throw our fleet in after all of this, try to protect everything, try to protect our Sfikari, etc. Now let's head back in here and see some more of this. We want to keep on top of everything. Notice our overall strength has gone down a little bit. We've lost some ships. Okay, now last burst was about 90 strength, and it put us up over us. What does that get? 49. Okay, so when they went from half of our strength to our full strength, we only gained 7 more points. Now I'm going to keep going. I'm going to let this go up to about 1,000 strength. And let's see what's going on there. Yeah, we're really hurting in speed-wise, so let's just increase that a bit. Maybe one more. Okay. So now they're up over 1,000. Another 300 strength added. We went up from 49 to 52. And so at this point, the question is, you know, like if we get 1 AI progress point basically now for every 100 strength that they're adding, and the more they add in here, the tougher it's going to be to clean it up. Like I could keep going further, but the returns are so diminishing that I'm not going to bother. So I'm calling it here. I'm saying we get 52 for our super terminal, and I'm going to be happy with that. And now we just want to make it all go away. We've got about a minute plus before we can call in more Outguard to help. Again, this is all doing well. It's just, it's such a mess in here. There's just so many ships. And now they're warning us, they're warning us, you have acquired, this is the moderate one, but they give you tips on how to deal with it. This is a massive threat that's very dangerous. Yes, we know. We triggered all that on purpose. Watching fleets on the side panel. And yes, take out warp gates to deal with incoming waves. We don't need any of that right now. So we just need to clean up this mess, pretty much, is where we are. Cleaning up in Echo X-Ray. We do have some Sfikari in here helping us. But mainly, we have a mess that needs to go away. And, you know, they still outnumber us by quite a bit. We're just trying to wear them down. They haven't knocked out any of our perimeter turrets, as you can see. So really, it's just a case of plink, plink, plink. And you know what? Yeah, I don't like you being there. I don't like you being there at all. So why don't you come back this way? Okay, now we are very slowly lowering them down. And we're just going to keep right on fighting and churning and battling and waiting and doing all of those fun things. And almost all of this threat is right in here. And now comes our next CPA, because they've got to get off 3 CPAs every 2 hours, because each CPA is just 1 AI. So, basically by the time we clean this up, we're probably going to need to deal with a CPA. I may not actually have time to do anything else. Hopefully I do. But we'll see if that actually happens or not. Okay, this Vicari doing their bit. But if we look at our overall reduction, we've earned 168 AI progress, 132 reduction. So our floor is basically at 36. We basically can acquire around 50 AI progress, 45, 50, and still not have it go up at all. So we have some room to acquire more toys if we can get the time to do it in between other attacks. Okay, we're now almost even with their numbers. So let's just keep on rolling. And you can see they've got, okay, 1,600 husks, 1,900, deviants or whatever. They're just a bunch of tiny, small, nano-cost type ships. You see they're knocking down this now. Just all sorts of fun things occurring. We can actually go back to regular speed at a decent progression. We've got decent amount of strength of zombies, not a lot. Vicari have abandoned the fight. Okay. And looks like I didn't put the Out Guardian, but I don't think I need him. Oh, here comes some Hunter fleet. They're going to join up as well. That's fine. More into the grinder. Okay. We're going to have a couple waves now coming. So, let's load you up again. And drop you down here. Okay. Unload. Somewhere in the middle of the system. Okay, how are we doing? Well, we have double their number. We go a little bit further here before I start wrapping up, but I'm liking what I'm seeing. 7 minutes to the CPA. Now, we only used about half our metal, which is nice. You can see everything in the middle got toasted, but the stuff around it, held pretty strong. How's this going? Got our ships doing their thing. Vanguards painting everything with acid. Very nice. I think there was another structure down here that they did take out. I think we lost an epistyle in here. But we are doing an okay job of clearing out the mess. And they got another wave coming. So we want to keep all of that going. And actually, this is looking good enough. I'm going to move my main fleet in there. It's right next door. So you go in there and you help out. We've got to chop through all of these numbers. Oh, and you did actually decollision there for some reason. Okay, I was able to keep you in there for most of the time. Go ahead and take off your stop to shoot, because it doesn't really matter at this point. Because some of these Bastilles are even too close to be able to fire. Matter of fact, I'll just get rid of them. I think it's time to get rid of that group. If I can find where they are. I know they're around here somewhere. There they are. Let's just get rid of them. Have the long-range turrets do their job. Hey, yeah, look. 297 strength. Why weren't you in here while that super terminal was going? Oh, man. we probably could have gone further. But again, it wouldn't have made that much difference. Okay, stop rebuilding all that stuff, would you please? We're going to knock everything down. Get rid of it all. Get rid of every last bit of it. Okay. Well, that was fun. Now what do we do? Well, we've got 5 minutes left. This is a little bit risky, but I think I can just squeeze it in. Everybody go in here.
Taking up. New position.
Because what I want to do is take care of that buildup in here. But I need to clean out this mess first. Which is basically done. Okay. Move everybody over. Because time's going to be rather important in this operation. I just don't want to have a situation where all we get done in between the super terminal and the next CPA is, you know, between the two CPAs is a super terminal and that's it. I'd rather not have that situation. How are we doing? I think we... Yeah. I need you over here more. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to spawn the outguard here. And I want you to distract. Where are you going to come in for me? Didn't see where it came in. Okay, over there. Actually, that's perfect. So I want them to distract them. I want to hit the magnifier. And again, I'm not hacking it because I think the hacking is a worse deal. In terms of, you know, you spend more of a system's resources doing that than you do just eating the AI progress. Okay, I want to take you off. You come in. My reserve fleet's with me. You come in. You're going to hit the magnifier. Then I'm going to put my support fleet and battle stations back here. Now let's make sure that we're actually targeting this. Yeah, come on. There we go. Where is it? There's the magnifier. I think they were just moving to it. And let's see if we can build some small stuff here. Let's build some subverters underneath the shield here, if we can do that.
Absolutely, sir.
Let's just get maybe 10 of them. See if we can support that. There we go. Now, all of you are going to go. And really, that ought to be enough. Might not even need these turrets. But hey, better safe than sorry, right? And yeah, we're going to get vengeful reactions, all of that. But this system will not continue building up. And our AI progress is fine. While we wait for the CPA. And actually, this is going well enough, I may even have time to do more. Let's move. You know what? I'm not going to need you for any of my immediate operations. I'm going to move all of my battle stations back home. Just in case I need them somewhere closer. Oh, another miner. Where is that? Okay, SO27184.1. I'm going to want to get in here eventually. So that miner's got to go, although I think I want to take the system. So if I can take the system in time, then I can gain more from that miner. Because I'm going to want that fleet, and I'm going to want to use that to scout out this way. I think I'll do that, but not yet. I have other fish to fry first. So there's so many things to do. The question is, like, what's the order to do them in that's going to be the most beneficial? And we're knocking out the rest of this nonsense. Just doing a little bit of math here. Yeah, in order to stay underneath the mark, I think what I want to do, the AIP Mark II is what I mean. I think I actually do want to take this system next. Because taking this gives me access to these two data centers over here. So, I think that's what I want to do. The question is, do I have time now? I'll start it, and then I'll see if I can make that happen. But I think that's going to have to wait, actually, to the next episode. I hope that's not too much of a cliffhanger. But we just spent quite a bit of time doing the super terminal. So we have another CPA to deal with, the Zenith Architrave trying to expand, we've got a miner, continuing waves coming, want to knock out this, and just there'll be more fun on top of more fun after that. But the next step will be coming up later. Thanks for watching, everybody.